Janland, please say a word. Okay, good. Thank you, Cheese. Can you hear him now? Good screen. That's my bad influence. Do some squats and then we'll do some kicks. He's quiet. We can hear him. Okay, let me check if I can raise my Discord volume then, because I did have it low from yesterday. Okay, I've set it from 90 to 120.
Wow.
Oh no. Check if Cheese can. Okay, good. So, because of the weird way I have this in mind, Janland, would you please give a brief description of your character and what she does first?
Okay. So, my character's name is Svetlina. She's a female Twilight Domain cleric. She's a cleric of Nightmare Moon. And I'm still bad at describing my character.
You're doing fine. I think we're getting a good idea.
I don't know what else to say, Beck. I need help. Yeah, she's very observant.
Yes, you showed me the big list of the ideals, the bonds, how she got to do her routines.
Oh yeah, I need to... Wait, do I need to read all of this?
No. Like, do you want me to help summarize it in 10 words?
Yeah.
Svetlina has no room, no gray area, and no tolerance for people who do not follow the way in Nightmare Moon. And if she can't do her daily stretches or her rituals, she get cranky.
Right.
Let me take a look.
Okay, I note to self, do a notes on this next time, please.
I'm learning some one shot. We didn't expect it to be this detailed.
No.
But I have good news for you, perhaps. An old temple. Wait, actually, let me roll a d6 to see the size of this, because I like to give myself torture by not planning everything. Okay, what does 4 turn into? A cemetery. A cemetery to followers of Nightmare Moon has been desecrated and converted into a celestial shrine. That is, followers of Celestia are using it now.
Hey, Beck, weren't you going to roll something for daytime?
I am. Thank you for reminding me. So, also because I like to do too much preparation, the starting time will be affected by a dice roll, and this affects who gets advantage more often. Svetlina, or the Celestials, or Celestial Followers. Congratulations, it's the dead of the night, so Janland, you will start the game with 6 advantage rolls to use at your choice.
Oh, wow, okay.
Easy wait, is that?
That's a lot.
It is. So it's up to you whether to use all of them.
Inspiration for the rest of the game.
Okay, wait, that's the wrong screen. This should be fine. So, yes, you got your character. Svetlina got divine word or vision that this cemetery has been desecrated and converted. All sorts of bad, lawful, good, and chaotic good stuff going on over there, and Nightmare Moon will have none of it. And so, yeah. Yes. So, you are currently at a little village, or rather an encampment, about enough kilometers away that you wouldn't get there for that. You're far away enough that you've actually got a wagon driver to take you there. Let me see here. What did I write down for this guy? Where did I put him? Here we go. No, in fact, he is a devout worshiper of Nightmare Moon 2. He's already been paid by the nearby temple or order. So, let's say hello to Milo Sternkind, a half-elf who totally is not a bat or a Bech, even if he's got a little scruff. And he loves his Nightmare Moons. His family is a third generation Nightmare Moon worshiper. And he will be taking you there in his sweet wagon, the Black Wind, which might look like a Honda Civic, but with the horse attached. He has gnome technology and a horse. And he says, "Hello, you must be the cleric who's gonna take care of the stuff for our mate for our Mare of the Moon, the maiden." You are correct. I am the drives person. As you can see, here is the thing I drive. Wait, oh, I'm terribly sorry. I forgot to screen share. Ooh, geek scoff. Flip Studio. I mean, if you're watching a stream, it's the same thing, really. There's no real difference, I think. It's up to you. Okay. Should I close the Discord then? Okay, that works. And so Milo explains that based ugh, Milo asks if you have coordinates or a general idea of where it is. If not, yes, in fact, you had the smart idea to write it down on a piece of paper before. Because okay, have a piece of paper, Milo. And Milo looks at the paper and says, I know where this is. I would say this is a few hours drive away from here. How long it'll really take is a matter of, well, how often we get attacked, how much, how many detours, and of course, the weather. Now it is nighttime. Now it is nighttime, so it doesn't want to go too slow that you attract bandits, but not too fast that you fall off a cliff, because night vision gets hard sometimes. Well, he does have dark vision, but he doesn't have he doesn't have good night vision. Do you have do you have any ability to generate light at a distance or grant him night vision of some sort? That's okay. You'll just take your time. Okay, nothing else to say now but to get on the road. And so there's for maybe an hour. There's some uneventful driving. Uneventful driving. And you get to learn a little bit about Milo's family and how, despite being technically evil, they're pretty chill people. They just want to have a nice time for their folks. They think Nightmare Moon's alright. But watch out because suddenly, roll a die, you can see something in the distance. It appears to be it appears to be an itty bitty phoenix. It almost looks more like an imp with bird wings, really. Yes, its wings are made of glowing yellow light. Very whack. Will you do anything? Okay. Is that with your. All right. I want you to roll me as if you're trying to attack something. Yes. It nicks the itty bitty phoenix imp thing's wing. And that's not nick. Yes. Sure thing. But then I will either want you to roll with disadvantage because it's such a difficult target. It's very small. Or, use one of you. That is true. And it is flying a pretty predictable path. It's not going like, oi, 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 oi. No, it's more like, it's just going in the same direction you are, really. It just happens to be sauntering. Okay, so you said you got an 18? Okay, you managed to get a bolt through its wing, and it goes, ow! And it, whoopsie. And it falls down to the ground. Okay. Okay. However, the phoenix, as you step over to take it, it looks up at you with big, horrified eyes, and it shrieks in Celestial that please don't take me, please don't kill me. I don't want anything to do with your kind, knights. I don't want anything to do with your kind, moon lovers. I was just on my way back home. Please, 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 let me go. Nowhere you need to worry about. Just please, I live in a nice house. I want to go home. Please don't take me. Please don't kill me. Please don't eat me. Don't do any of that stuff. Just let me go, please, please. Okay, you have advantage because it is, well, clearly it's scared of you already. The thing is so frightened of you, it's forgotten its old mission, and it will listen to nearly whatever you say now. And it explains. Oh, sorry. No, I interrupted you. It gives you a brief rundown that it lives in a nice tree that back by a place that was taken. And I am doing this on purpose. Like this time, I'm actually rambling on purpose to keep it. Says, please, no, I don't want any trouble. I was just going back to my home. You know, it's a nice house. It's a nice little oak tree by the farm, and it goes by the, and then there's a nice sun people, and they have a nice home for me, and they bring me lots of treats and birdseed and the nice priestess. And then she just said, hey, I don't want no trouble. And look, I'll even give you this. I'll give you this little doohickey if you leave me alone. If you let me go, please, please, please. And it coughs out. I'm not kidding. It coughs out. Ah! It coughs out a little orange gemstone. It's round yet radiant, and it has a certain light energy about it. Hmm. It's not hot, but it definitely feel. It's a little warm, and it glows between your fingers. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If you let me go, if you let me free, if you let me be safe, I'll even show you where they are. It is not answering your question, but that's pretty handy. Yes. Well, fortunately for you, it's pretty. I'm trying to think how to describe this. You just have a gut feeling based on all this right now. It's not acting. It's not lying. It's not. What's the word? It doesn't have the imagination to lie. Not on purpose, anyway. Like it thinks it's telling the truth. Mm-hmm. Okay. The tiny phoenix thanks you profusely for your mercy and yeet. Milo asks what that was all about. Your wagon driver wants to know what just happened. You know. And as luck would have it, there's a strange. Get started. I understand. I just want to see what I forget. I'll roll a d6. Let's see. Congratulations, Janland. You will get an armor boost to the next fight, if that ever happens. 2. 2. 2. Yeah, I think you'll be fine. And so your wagon driver asks what that was about with the. Oh, sorry. Ah, that's good news. It'll definitely make our trip a little faster, a little smoother. All right, and so you got the wagon driver. Let me get the right brush back on. You do the orange wagon, making your way through the fields and the roads, and following the little fart. I mean the little friend. It's a little hard for it to fly when it's got a bolt and it's got an injured wing, but you know, at least it's not going to fly away, not too fast. So eventually, you two, or you three even, get into a forest. There's still a pathway, but it is harder to follow in the dark, even with the thing guiding you. So, okay, how good are you at relating instructions to a driver? That is a good question. I thought about it. I can only think of intelligence because I think it's a language thing, but I don't. Ooh, so even with the Phoenix guiding you, it's well, you know, your driver can follow the Phoenix fine, trusting it to not get him lost. You know, except for the couple times you nearly go over a chasm because the Phoenix can fly, but you can't. But you know, you get a little lost. Unfortunately, it takes so long. Dawn is approaching. Like there were quite a few detours, and you can actually see the sun starting to come up now. So I regret to inform you, you lost three of your advantage rolls, stored advantage rolls for later, if that makes sense. Because yes. Oh shoot! Thank you. That is really whack. So I'm gonna. I see what you. Ah, fart. I see what you mean. Um. Yeah, that's on me. I clicked. I forgot. I thought I had it on the art window too. I did not. Okay, please say something again.
Ah.
That works. I, I hope this can be redeemable as a VOD. Thank you,
Let's
Cheese.
hope so.
Thank you, Cheese. A quick rundown for Cheese is Janland's character saw a little phoenix flying, shot it down, interrogated it, and learned that it was going back to wherever the cemetery is, or about that area, you know, with the infidels, the Sunlovers.
Right.
And and then Janland rolled a natural one. So even though they're in the dark, and Janel's character has dark vision or night vision, I think it was. They got lost a few times. They got lost quite a bit, and what could have just been a quick night run turned into dawn. Dawn is approaching, and some of the moon's favor has washed away. So Janland's character only has three advantage rolls, extra advantage rolls stored instead of six.
Ah.
And then but the good news is you are actually approaching the area. You can see something like a cemetery way in the distance, or like little bits of a crypt and a mausoleum and tombstones. However, they're horribly obstructed by lots and lots of trees. And is that a river in the distance still? So it looks like this is going to be a little tricky to get through, especially
This looks
because
like
yes,
uh, this looks like a good time to stealth.
you do. And so the driver, Milo, he takes your advice and stuffs the wagon up between some trees. And wait, when you say stealth, do you mean to Do you keep moving or to wait, or something else?
Is there an option to stealth the wagon?
Well, I guess you could drive very slowly,
So I guess that works.
the wagon is set to cruise control, and just gently, excuse me, just creaks through the woods. Except it's even noisier now. But at least the horses are happy to have this slow pace. And wait, you have very high perception, right? Or 22.
Yes.
Okay, good. That's good news because I regret to inform you. I'm pleased to inform you. You got not the jump, but you are fully aware that some wolves have decided to approach you,
Uh, all right.
and these wolves look hungry.
Unfortunately, there's no sellout sign here, so
There's no what?
unfortunately, there's no sold out sign here, so
The wolves are hungry for whatever's on the menu, and it looks like you're on the menu.
can I offer the phoenix on the menu?
Yeah, you can open the phoenix on the menu.
I would like to do that.
Okay. And so Svetlina, the wolves. Please imagine there's more than one wolf here, maybe two even. Wow. And the wolves look at the phoenix in your arms, or phoenix in your hand. Oh, I don't know why they got big reverse googly eyes, but they are very happy to see that phoenix, and they lick their chops. They go,
All right, I would like to feed it to them.
okay. So one of those wolves looks extra hungry though, and might bite your hand too if you're not careful. Do you want to describe how careful you're gonna be, or do you just want to roll for dexterity? Or
I'm
just
gonna yeet it and there in front of them.
that's a good idea. Yeet! And so the wolves see you yeet the phoenix, and they see it go flying over. They turn their heads. Oh, oopsie! And they go after the phoenix. Yeet! The phoenix escapes though because even though it's got one injured wing, it's able to fly away in time. And the wolves are gone. The wolves don't get fed, but hey, at least they're out of your hair, right?
Right.
Okay, that's a good job. Good thing you slowed this
we
down. You did it, and you didn't even have to use your armor bonus.
yeah.
Okay, doopy 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 doo. Getting through the forest some more. Up it up it up it.
Also back there's a Macho Man redeem.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry, I did not even notice. And hello, trash mobs, and how do you do today, the lot of you? I thank you for stopping by on a Sunday. As you can see, maybe we're trying to play Oops. As you can see, we're trying to play Dungeons and Dragons. It's evil time. We got Janland Mapper playing as Svetlina, the reborn cleric of Nightmare Moon of the Twilight Domain. And she's on her way to rescue a cemetery that's been desecrated by filthy sun lovers.
Yes.
And currently Svetlina's in the forest. But watch out, because in that forest, as you make your way along, are some zealots. There are some. There's a motley band, Stinky Sun, and Stinky Sun wrote Trash Mobs. I'm going to guess that's Minion Boss of Trash Mobs writing that. There's Cave Goblins. And so there's the motley crew of a fighter with a knife and a shield. There's a barbarian looking sort. At least I can't imagine who else would have a humongous axe like that. And bad ears. Wait, no bad ears. Maybe bad ears. Maybe bad
Hmm.
ears. And there's a paladin. Big half giant paladin with a very big greatsword, and in that greatsword you can see it has an orange gem similar to yours in the pommel. And
Huh.
they don't notice you immediately, so what would you like to do?
Mm. Hmm. I would like to cast thaumaturgy. Uh, to
Hmm.
actually, how far away are they?
They are about 50 feet away. Wait, did that sound right for a forest? I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I'll say 50 feet anyway. I don't care.
Okay, that's a small problem.
Yeah. Is there any way you can boost the range using your by channeling divinity? I forget.
No, I don't think so.
That's a shame, little cleric.
Eh. I would like to ask the driver to to just smash the car into the forest.
The driver politely declines because, as much as he loves Nightmare Moon, he also loves having a livelihood, and he
Can I
doesn't.
roll a persuasion check?
Yes, you can roll a persuasion check.
Okay, that's a 13. That's not gonna work.
No, I mean I'm not trying to force. I guess I am pushing this. Remember, you have advantage rolls, and I don't know if three is a lot actually, but they're there.
Okay, I'm gonna
Trying to force my
jump out of
G.
the wagon.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go behind the wagon
yeah,
as probably the driver continues to drive forward,
yeah. That's a good
or
idea.
does he not?
Yeah, he can drive forward. He doesn't care. Things can be. He doesn't think things can be handled civilly, but he gets that this is the only way because it's either this or you futz around the forest some more and hope for another way around, or just wait.
Okay, I tell the driver to just run them over while I go out of the wagon.
um, the driver decides to drive, but he's not gonna drive. He's not gonna drive into them. He'd rather try and handle this like adults, like civilly, which is silly, but he's gonna try anyway.
I cast command on the driver.
Oh dang, that
Uh,
requires a yeah.
he needs to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy, let's go. Oh my goodness, you got a natural 20. I'm not
Oh,
kidding. It's
oh,
ridiculous.
that's a problem.
He is getting a little testy at this point. Like he gets your mission and he doesn't want to argue with you, but he's having a very hard time accepting it, in his reflexive primal thing. It's like Binding of Isaac, where he's like, he knows you're right, but he's not really happy with it, and he's not gonna go along.
Well, I'm still gonna get out of the car. He can talk with these people.
Okay. And so you just drive the car around, or drive the wagon around. Meow. And the paladin says, "Here, what is this strange chariot driving within our midst?" And the fighter says, "I believe that's a car, Jerry." And the names are not important. But the barbarian asks, what does the wagon do here at dawn?" And the wagon driver explains that he's on his way to visit the cemetery as he wants to pay his respects to a fallen loved one. What will you do
Oh
when he
damn!
Yes, he's rolling for deception. Let's see what he gets.
I would like to help him so he gets advantage.
Okay, what a guy. What a friend. He got a 12 with advantage.
That's
It's not it's enough to convince these people that he's harmless. Um However, your wagon driver may not have been very smart because the paladin asks, what do they worship? And before I go on, do you want to do anything in the meantime? Do you want to do anything else while he's talking with them?
when now they are probably within 30 feet, right?
Oh yes, yeah. You could do thaumaturgy. Yeah.
Okay, I would like to use thaumaturgy to distract them with a
Okay.
sound, and then I'm gonna stealth away silently.
And so there's a sound in the distance. I don't know. Maybe it's a oh.
Yeah,
And
something like this.
and and all of them turn around. Even the wagon driver is like, oh, what was that? They all just go, oh, googly eyes for everyone, as they just hear, oh, and it even echoes through the forest, and it scares all the birds, and the birds fly out of the sky, out of the trees, even though it was dawn, so they should have been doing that anyway. And it goes, oh, oh. Oh, just
Oh,
echoes. Good job. You managed to stealth away.
hooray! I'm now past the guards, and I didn't need to talk. Ha
You're just too good. Do you want to wait for the wagon driver to catch up, or are you just gonna say no time and run on foot?
Let's say I'm gonna wait out of these people's range until he comes.
That sounds good. Some time passes. It's still early morning, but it's no longer dawn. That's okay though. You still get your advantage rolls. And your wagon driver, he shows up, and he's got the wagon again, and he says hello. I don't know. Your wagon driver's now a goblin. And he said, "What?
Nothing. I was just doing weird noises.
Oh, okay, that's okay. That's plenty there." And he explains, that they were a little sussy because it is the only cemetery in near distance is a Nightmare Moon cult, and he's like, no, they're my folks. Whatever they want to worship, that's fine with I can't control them. And they gave him a hard time at first, saying, yes, you can control your family about what religion they worship. And oh, I told you, I got political. I'm sorry. But they worked it out, and they understood that sometimes family's more important than yes. And so your wagon driver's back, and it's gonna be okay. I guess those guys were a lot more chill. They weren't, you know, fundamentalists.
Right.
He says, we can get going again.
Does he have his wagon with him?
He do.
Well, I guess we can get going then.
And so something about going. I don't know what happened to the horse.
The horse is now a balloon horse.
Good. You now have haste and but you will have vulnerability to, I guess, force damage or wind-based magic.
Huh. Okay.
Let me see here. Treehouse. No, that's the wrong page of my notes. And after some driving, doopy 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 doo, I am pleased to inform you find traps. There appear to be a number of tripwires, spring traps, deadfall, obvious pitfalls, and other dangerous hunters' traps in this area. Will you investigate?
Yes.
Okay, let me just save thing. Appear to be a lot of tracks, droppings, broken traps, gnawed through wires and wooden cages, and other things that suggest that whoever tried to set up these these traps, didn't do a very good job or tried for the wrong animal. It almost looks like your investigation's like 18, right?
17.
Okay, good enough. It appears that these traps were meant for larger game, but whatever came through was something like a rat or another small creature that can wiggle around and, you know,
Hmm.
bite through things and escape no problem.
So I guess these are made by someone who lives nearby, outside the temple, or
Seem,
what it was. I already forgot.
it seems like it.
Huh.
You're probably no more than 200. What did I say before? 50 feet, 200 feet. 50 was that? You're pretty far from the temple. Sorry, you're pretty far from the cemetery. You can see it a little closer, but these little escapades and distractions, they do take some time.
Can I take a stick and activate the trap and then take it with me?
Yes, you can take the trap with you.
Yay! I want to do that.
Congratulations, you don't even have to roll for it. You're just too good at what you do. Congratulations.
I will make this helpful at some point.
You might need it for a puzzle later.
Who knows?
Actually, There is some rope here. Do you want to take the rope too? Whatever's salvageable?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, congratulations. You have rope, you have a bear trap, you have a stone. I don't know what kind of crazy contraption or point and click this is going to lead to, but good job. Oh,
I
I
would
dropped.
also like to take some leaves.
Okay, take those leaves. It's not D&D unless you take everything that's not glued to the ground.
Right. All right. I think we can continue now.
Good. Okay, sometime through the forest later. Let me see. Event. Um, a traveler. In fact, that traveler seems to be very wealthy, as they're wearing a cloak, but under
It's a
the,
rogue.
oh no! What will you do to the possible rogue?
I will silently observe them
Okay,
and see what they're doing.
the rogue is passing in a path perpendicular to yours. So let me see here. Well, mostly perpendicular. So
Uh,
if you are here and the rogue is there, and please note this map is not to scale,
right.
and the rogue is making his way toward the path, looking around, and then going down the same path you are. But then it turns back and starts to walk in the original walk perpendicular to where you were going again. It doesn't look like it noticed you though as it was returning, but it's still very sus.
Do I see how his the look on his face, or do I not get to see that?
So this is where it gets weird. His face appeared to be covered in a humongous beard, so you couldn't really see anything under there.
Hold on, my grammar is
Oh, okay, yeah.
calling me. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm. And I do hope that other people who are here today are doing okay on what I hope is a lazy Sunday. I reckon I'll use this time to clean up what's going on. Actually, make a little marker.
Okay, I apologize for that.
That's okay.
So his face is covered in a beard.
Yes.
Huh. I would like to call out to him and say hello.
As you call out to the hooded there we go. The hooded figure turns up at you, and you can see it has strange black eyes, just solid black, and it
This
says,
could either be very helpful or very bad.
but the strangest thing, even stranger than the eyes, is the nose. It's almost like it has a dog's nose. It's almost like the figure has a dog's nose.
Oh, it's the shopkeep.
Dang, you caught me. Hey, sup, kiddo? What can I do for you in the start of the day?
I was more asking about what you are doing here.
Hey, don't worry about it, kiddo. I'm just on my way for an important deal. I make huge deals. I'm a big. I gotta go. I gotta get to the town and do the big trades. Make the big money. Hey, kiddo.
Oh, you want to be a big shot?
Yeah, I want to be a big shot. And suddenly, the dog man's eyes turn from black to yellow and pink.
Huh.
And a giant spiked hair just stabs through his hood.
You wouldn't have an address for me, maybe, where I could find your uh, I don't know if you have a shop or anything like that, but something like that.
Sorry, kiddo, but my shop always changes stock, changes location every day. You just gotta get lucky and find me one. Just gotta get lucky if you want to find me. Some days you'll be a high roller, some days you'll be a big shot, some days you'll be in the craps. That's okay. But
But I just found you now, so technically I just got a high roll, right?
the dog man likes your logic and offers to make you a huge deal.
Okay, I'm listening.
Today I got special wares for you. The dog man takes out unfolds from his hook cloak a little folding tape, and
Right?
he has what appears to be a canister of liquid, like a potion in a metal can. Wait, cans existed in a cylindrical jar. Can Yeah, it's a potion in a can. A
Right.
conversion. Uh, he also has a mysterious black jewel and a spell book, but you have to take a look at it to see what's in there. And
Do I get to do that for free, or do I have to pay to take a look in it?
he offers to let you take a look at it, but there's something eerie about it that you already know, like you can sense, but your intelligence. Actually, yeah. Sorry, please give me an Arcana check.
Okie dokie. That's a 10.
Uh, you don't know exactly what about it, but something about it feels incompatible with you, or at least like it would have a,
Okay.
or at least if not incompatible, it would have a very big cost or drain on you to utilize.
Hmm.
I don't
Interesting.
I don't know if you still want to open it or take a look inside.
Well, I want to take a look inside, but I'm not necessarily going to use it.
Okay. Inside the book are strange characters. In fact, they appear to be not actually words or letters, but little pictures of body parts, and
Oh,
arranged in
it's
a
a
way that
biology book.
close. Well, actually, there's on one page there is a skeleton, and for some reason the skeleton is wearing what looks like a parka and shorts and
Oh, huh.
a very big, goofy grin. But on the other pages, it's like a Rebus puzzle, but it doesn't really say anything, at least not obvious, and not just because I can't think of a Rebus puzzle on the top of my head.
Fair enough. All right, I'm gonna place the book down and ask the dogman about this strange gem thing.
The dog man tells you about the strange gem thing and explains that it's a it's what you might call a smoke diamond. It's like a mysterious artifact that is known to channel powers of darkness, shadow, and the inability to breathe. That's the smoke part. Otherwise, it'd just be a shadow diamond. It's weird. It has suffocation powers. However, the more you use it, the more a person channels its power to cast necromancy and evocate necromancy and evocation spells. It appears to literally suck the breath away from them. I saw one person use it so much he keeled over. I guess you could say it took his breath of life away.
Well, I don't need to breathe, so that shouldn't be a problem.
It's yours, kiddo, on the house.
All right, thank you.
What kind of spells it can actually uh, channel for you specifically is not sure yet, but at the very least, anything you do with necrotic damage will now get a plus d6 damage.
So basically, the only thing that would they do would be foretold the dead, I guess,
Say that again, please.
and inflict wounds.
Oh shoot, I'm sorry. I must have misread your spells. I thought you had more things that could do that than that. I'm
No,
mistaken.
it's only 2.
Okay. I mean, that still sounds pretty good to me. If you have to use those, you get an extra damage.
Right.
Um, not too overpowered. He who. Uh, are you interested in anything else here?
Well, what are these glasses?
They add +2 to your style.
My style.
Your style.
Uh,
It's
do,
it's.
what do you? I don't understand what you mean with style.
Let's say you needed to persuade someone of a shady deal, or you needed to put on a cool performance. This would make you so much cooler, so much more believable, so captivating, just because you have that style.
Oh, okay. How much would that be?
I will tell you after I say, hello, good afternoon, Bongo, and how do you do today? And I thank you for redeeming that chaotic illness. Let's see how we can make Janland's life a little more miserable.
Ah.
Okay, so I'll roll a d6 and get a 5. So congratulations to. Oh my goodness! Jalen, I regret to inform you, because of that roll, you have one spell slot leached of your choice.
Oh no. Well, that's kind of bad.
Yeah, it's up to you if you want to be first or second level.
Well, I'll make it first, I guess.
I guess that's the logical choice. um,
Yeah.
and so the Dogman says that the Dogman asks if you have anything worthwhile trading for the sunglasses.
I have a moonstone if you're interested in that.
Dogman is very interested in the Moonstone.
Can I make a check to see if it's a value that would be appropriate for this?
Yes.
Which one would that be?
Uh, hmm. I guess intelligence, because it's a matter of appraisal.
Right.
Bongo woke up. How Bongo wrote that they just woke up and chose chaos. Good.
I rolled a 21.
Oh, nice work. Okay, so it turns out, wait, what does the Moonstone do again?
It's just a gem which costs 50 gold pieces.
Oh, okay. Uh, you'd be losing a bit of monetary value, but as far as utility goes, like I don't know if you're gonna have a use for the Moonstone by the end of this. So I guess
But
it's.
it's like an appropriate thing for my
Oh, that's
for
true.
my theming.
That is style too. This is a toughie because that's a different kind of style. Or it's the Dog Man. Honestly, couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you whether or not it's a worthwhile deal for you, kiddo. All I know is that Moonstone looks like it would sell for a pretty penny, or rather, 5,000 pennies. Yeah, I think so. I think 5,000 copper is 50 gold.
Yeah, I think.
The Dogman likes the cut of your jib, but not enough to give you the sunglasses for free.
Can I do a persuasion check?
Yes, I have
Yay!
I have a stupid idea. Do you want to try and swipe the
8.
sunglasses and then do the persuasion check with them on?
What?
I have a really. I know this is silly. I have a stupid idea. What if you roll like sleight of hand part of D&D 5e or 3.5? I forget. I'm sorry.
5.
Okay, thank you. Here's my bonkers idea. You roll a sleight of hand check to grab the sunglasses really quickly, and then you put them on, and then roll the persuasion with the bonus from the sunglasses to say, "See, I look so good in these already."
Well, I rolled a compensated 20 on the sleight of hand check.
Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, good job. You now have the sunglasses, and the Dogman says, "Hey, you didn't pay for those, and I didn't say you could try them on."
What?
I thought. Oh, sorry. You sorry. I think I misunderstood. So you said you got an artificial 20 on the sleight of
Yes.
hand. Okay. Do you want to actually take the sunglasses, or just it's like cool?
I
I'm
want to show him some finger tricks,
Oh,
so he gives me a discount.
that's a much better idea. I'm glad you thought of that. I'm sorry, I had theft on mine. That's not.
I mean, I'm evil, but that's not the point of this.
The Dogman is very captivated by your finger tricks, especially because he doesn't have fingers. I guess he doesn't have thumbs. He goes, oh, whoa. Those are good finger tricks. He has some ideas of how you do it, but he still thinks it's really cool.
All right, so I'm going to take something that's much less valuable out of my inventory. I'm going to take the fine clothes out of my inventory and offer them to him.
Dogman loves these fine clothes. He thinks they make really good pajamas.
Well, all right. You can have these if I can have your pretty glasses you have over there.
It's a deal.
All right.
Congratulations. You now have, oh my goodness, this inventory. It's becoming the Scorpion Queen Session 1 inventory all over again. So congratulations, you have done a successful barter. Do you want to do, yes?
Now the question is, when are we going to get Dogman Neo?
I'm going to have to put a marker to clip that.
Well, watch him be the final boss of the campaign.
I mean, I'd rather him be the final boss than Gamorph. That would be...
Yeah, true. Probably better.
Be like the annoying dog being the boss if it was Gamorph. Yikes.
I mean, at that point, you could just fight God, essentially.
I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for that level of endgame. Where you got the characters on the edge of the cliff and it's just spook. And then I don't know what I'm doing over here.
Doodles.
Oh yeah. You shoot a laser and pow. Well, I do have some good news.
Yes.
It would appear that after an I don't know how to say it, but well, actually, let me just ask: do you have anything else you want to take care of with the Dogman?
Well, no. I want to give him a pat on the back and say thank you, and then I'm gonna leave.
Okay, and so you pat the Dogman on the back, and he goes away. 360 no dog. I mean 360 no wolf. I mean bye dog. Yeet.
Wait, does that mean the Dogman is no longer trapped in the TV? I mean, sending messages through the TV?
That's a good question because I know we're like, man, this is gonna have no tie to the main campaign, but there he is.
Or maybe this is taking place after the Dogman was presumably rescued.
The possibilities are endless. I hate time travel. I mean continuity issues.
I can see why.
after the Scorpion Queen, I thought I don't know why the Dogman sounds great. After the Scorpion Queen, I thought I could walk off the RPG scene. But here I am again, hawking wares to adventurers.
I mean, it doesn't seem to be bad. I mean, it's earning you a good buck or two, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it helps keep me out of trouble, except I get into trouble and then... oh, at least it's exciting. It's outdoors. It's exercise.
I mean, at this point, you might as well just become an adventurer, you know?
The Dogman is intrigued by your idea. And maybe he'll be there on the next adventure. I mean, maybe he'll...
And then and then I stuff one of my amulets into his pocket.
The Dogman is none the wiser because he's so focused on, being an adventurer himself.
Alright, I guess this is no thing.
Okay. I guess he's gonna go now. Bye. And I'm pleased to let you know that the trip to the cemetery the rest of the trip to the cemetery is rather uneventful. Congratulations, you finally made it.
It only took us 1 hour to get there.
I mean, considering how much dread he had to make it, how much junk was in the way, I think that's pretty good.
But it wouldn't have taken much longer if it was just all combat, combat, combat.
Yeah. I guess it's a good thing it wasn't all combat.
Yeah.
So the cemetery, it's it's there's rows and rows and rows and rows of tombs and little headstones, and there's a little crypt thing which looks kind of regal, like maybe there's a rich family buried in there, and there's also a little house in the distance, and in the house, but from the house you can see a blinding yellow light, which is ridiculous because it is early morning. So the fact that you can see sunlight, sun glowing coming from in there in the middle of the day just shows you how radiant it is, right?
Ah, luckily, I don't have sunlight sensitivity.
Oh, thank goodness. That would have been real painful by now.
Yeah.
Okay, and you can
Uh,
see
is is the driver still here?
the driver has dropped you off at the entrance and says this is as far as he goes. He's sorry, but he wasn't paid. He wasn't part of this to fight, only to escort you here. But he'll be here just in case you need first aid or some, emergency backup. Just, easier
All
ride back
right.
home too. And afternoon, Lion. Very nice on the progression of your mod downs. So yes, how do you do? Around the cemetery, you do also see some makeshift prison cages, and inside, and then a rat falls. Actually, it's the
Ah,
fat. No, wait, sorry. I was gonna have this come later, but I think it fits now. You find the Phoenix is back,
oh wow.
and it has had I don't know what's going on with its eye, but it had its wing mended. It was the other wing, and it is disoriented, and then it looks at you and starts to caw and screech and say, "Oh no, the cleric of one of the Nightmare Moon is here, and she's gonna give us trouble, and she's gonna make a
Ah,
mess, and please help!" And then out of the ground, not the ground, yeah, one out of the ground. There's we can have a deep gnome tunneler.
right.
He goes rar, and there's a ranger in the distance with a bow. Goes rar, and the light inside that building shuts off. But why? And generally, there's just a bunch of dudes showing up, and they're ready to fight. They appear to,
Uh,
and they're decked out to worship the sun.
this is very no bueno.
You do
I would
have.
like to run into. Uh,
No, please.
I would like to run into that one fancy-looking building.
Okay. I want you to roll me an acrobatics, or however else you would supplement, being able to avoid getting smacked on the way, opportunity attacks and whatnot.
I mean, there's a disengage action for that.
That is true, but there's like they're all there's like three of them. At least three I'll have to go through if you take a direct line. Otherwise, you can serpentine
Hmm.
or make a distraction.
I'm gonna throw pocket sand.
You throw pocket sand, and I regret to inform you, the very first one that comes near just blocks it with a shield. So you just have the sand. Let me get the right brush after this. Whoosh! Just deflects off the shield.
Well, at least that person is now distracted with his shield, so I have one less person to worry about when I'm running away.
You are correct. Whoop.
All right, I still have to do acrobatics, right?
Yeah. Watch out for that gnome.
Uh,
That gnome has a knife.
15.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Except for a little nick in the leg. Ouch. You take.
I stuck my toe.
And then there's another dude. This one has a warhammer. It's not a psychological thing. It just happens to be another dude with a hammer.
Huh.
And he comes for the big swing. What are you gonna do?
Shouldn't he roll it for attack?
He should. I just wasn't sure if you wanted to do reaction or something. Unless, oh yeah, there was the your disengage was. I'm sorry, I'm a
Can I
little
even do
slow
a
today.
reaction? No.
And hello, Red, and how do you do today? Good afternoon. Uh, I'm gonna guess a 7 does not even touch your armor class is
No.
okay. Yeah, you'll be fine. It just whiffs right over your head, and you are safe. And you manage to get home free into that crypt or the building. And you open up, creak, and the gate goes creak as you open it, and then as you can slam it back down, and it's locked. Good job. Well, not locked, but you know, it's gonna be hard for them to open and bash in. So you got some time to think.
All right. The first thing I want to do is I want to use the trap to trap the entrance. That's good English, and I know it.
Yes. And so there is the door. I don't know why it's black and the door is black and white too.
I guess there's no window in there.
You are correct. It's very smart. I forget. Can your character smell?
I think so. I have a nose, so.
Okay. It's very smelly in here.
Oh no! Where's the perfume when you need it?
I mean, I guess those leaves might smell nice. Might be aromatic. And let us see here. And Red is doing good and rushed to his laptop because he remembered the Lissira art stream and thought he might have missed some of it. Not late, so they're watching us until it starts. Very nice. And thank you for reminding us. I do hope to catch some of that too. Oh yes. And the dudes, they start banging on the door. They go bang, bang, bang. I'll use the pin so it's bigger.
Can I do a religion check to see if I can contact my mistress?
Yes, please do.
All right, let's see. And that's a natural 20.
All right. What do you wish, my pawn? What do you wish, my child of the darkness?
I am. I'm in a pretty precarious situation right now because there are a lot of unpleasant people at the other side of the gate that would probably foil the attempt of reconquering this our holy site. Um, is it in my realm of allowance to require yes to ask for help in this situation?
I see your noble cause, and you have served well until now. Though the sun is high, my power is weakened. I will grant you the alacrity and speed you need to survive the situation long enough. You can now you can feel a strong power, reflex, speed, and mental clarity wash over you. You will have advantage as necessary. Oh, excuse me, and be able to outrun or outpower these guys as you need. But careful not to overdo it, because it is the middle of the day, and
Yeah,
you can only do so much before the blessing is exhausted.
we also don't have super speed brakes boots,
This is
whatever.
this is true, Sailor. We don't have 7 league boots.
Okay, a question: how stable does the walling of the this house look?
It's pretty stable. It's hard to tell how old it is, but it is very made of very heavy stone bricks.
Well, dang. Uh,
So it's like you could hide in here. You can't bust out the back, unfortunately.
what if I roll a natural 20 on strength? No, I'm not trying that. I'm not trying that.
I mean, you got a warhammer, so you could probably use like a sledgehammer, but I don't know how long
Mm,
that would take. Right,
way too
anyways.
long, probably.
Yeah. Do you have some? Hmm. Trying to think, because let me do a quick try. Not that it's necessary, but if you're in here, and there's a guy over there, you're over there, you're over there, and the other big house is over here, and every now and then another guy's gonna show up. Oh wait, here's the entrance. I wonder if there's a secret passage in here or something.
Like a what do you call it? A lower section.
Yeah.
All right, I would like to do an investigation check.
All right. What do you got?
That hold on. Actually, can I use my passive investigation?
It's 17, right?
Yeah, because I'm probably
Yes.
not gonna roll higher than that.
Then I was afraid of it because I'm going to inform you it's going to be a 21 to find the trapdoor. It's weird.
What?
It's very well hidden. So unless like
Hmm.
you can keep trying and they'll just keep bashing on the door and maybe I'll get lucky before they break in.
I would like to light a candle.
Okay.
So does that mean it lowers the DC?
Oh, that's a good idea. Yes, it is now 16. Hey, good job. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. All right,
Congratulations.
I would like to use that passageway.
And so congratulations, you are now, oh, excuse me, deep indeed, not deep in the cave. I don't know where this passageway goes. Whoopsie.
Well, if
But
there are deep gnomes, it probably just connects the individual buildings of the complex.
yeah. And so it does seem that you're right. Good thinking. Um, there is there's a very broad path to the left. I don't know. I keep drawing your character's marker as like a little frowny face. See, you've like S.
Angie.
Angie. Get a light around there. And there's a path to the left. Hard to tell where we go though. There's a very narrow narrow path in the middle, and to the right there's another path, but it seems to have a sharp bend or something based on how the light reflects off it.
Mm,
They are not
I, w- I
following you
would
yet. Sorry.
I would like to take the squishy path in the middle.
Okay, take that squishy path in the middle. Squishy path, squishy path. The squishy path leads to a little room with a little gnome. And this little gnome, she is making a puppet of some sort out of rocks and twigs and cloth and mushroom. The curious thing, this little gnome, she has little nubs on her head like little horns and big rabbit ears.
It
She
sounds like a mix of a tiefling and a herringon.
it do. And she says, "Hello,
Hello. What are you doing down here?
I'm rigging up puppets. This is what I do.
It doesn't sound like a very pleasant job to do in the dark like this.
It
Well,
really
not here, anyways.
It really isn't, but it's the only place I can afford for now. But every time I sell a puppet, I make a little more money to move into a nicer cave.
But that's not. You don't have to accept it like this. You could always work yourself up more than this.
The gnome appreciates your advice, but doesn't find any value in it at this very moment.
You know what? I'm gonna take out two gold
Wait,
pieces.
sorry, wait.
All right.
touch my toes and okay. And say thank you for your
Welcome
patience
back
while I
in.
do lots of interruption. And yeah. Convenient time to take a break, and I just noticed that. Okay. What were we talking about again? Gnomes?
Oh, she was talking about that she was doing this for because didn't have a choice, and she was getting better caves every time she does puppets and something like this.
Ah, yes, thank you for reminding me. So yes, uh, yeah, this is just the only place she could really afford to live now, and wasn't really viable for her to move yet. But she's hopeful to when she has more work coming in. Maybe if she lived in a more marketable place, that too.
You know, I could provide you with a more a hospitable place than this.
The gnome is quite intrigued.
You know, this facility as a whole used to belong to our church, our religion, and um, I am currently trying to take it back. If I do take it back, I would offer you a place to live amongst the preachers up there, if that is to your liking.
Gnome is intrigued by this.
And if, let's say, you were to help me with this, we could surely come up with uh, a way to make this arrangement even more beneficial for you.
The gnome sees no reason to distrust your words or feel suspicious. Good job.
Yay, I have a sidekick now.
What will you do?
Hold on, let me see. I would like actually. Is there anything else in the room besides her with the little building thingy?
Well, she seems to have a little, what's the word, spinning wheel? She has little crafter's tools for making tiny clothing and puppet parts.
Is
She
there a
also,
way to make an improvised weapon out of this?
she would really appreciate if you don't. She does
Ah,
have scissors though, like itty bitty scissors.
when if you were to cut them, if you were to break the scissors, you could use the end of them to throw them at people. That would hurt, I think.
She does like that idea, as long as she can get another pair of scissors later.
It shouldn't be too expensive. I
Okay,
can provide that.
the no,
Actually,
the
hold on. I'm gonna give her the money for the new scissors immediately.
what a pal. She is very appreciative of this and will not forget your generosity.
How much would that cost?
2 gold.
That for the scissors? What is the scissor made of gold?
Mithril and silver. Remember, also
What?
they're very fine crafter's scissors.
Oh, fair enough. All right, I'll give her the money.
They are very good scissors after all. They're very sharp.
All right, that's. I
Bam.
guess this is just a knife now.
I guess. Wow. She went from having one pair of scissors to 2 knives.
Wow. All right.
Which is good because you can hear banging from where you started. It goes bang, bang, bang. And it sounds like they're trying to break in there, break into the little cavern you found.
I'm going to ask her the gnome if she knows the way to the main building.
The gnome does know the way to the main building. She will lead you there.
Oh, thank you.
She takes part of the whoopsie map with her.
And she takes the darkness of the room with her.
I guess she's a dark gnome. Or she's a aura of darkness about her. I don't know. Ooh, spooky. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Next to her come across Lancer and Ralsei.
whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. And she leads you back toward the left. Wait, let me do the math. So if you were here and then you turn around. Okay, no, sorry. I forgot there's a twisty turn. She takes you toward the right path, the one that bends funny. And after some wiggle biggles and funny turns, excuse me, you end up. Let me just remove the layers here. And yeah, that should be fine. Pop a trapdoor inside the main building. And there's you.
Do I notice this?
Well, would you notice what?
Oh wait, I thought that was a trap, not a trapdoor. Oops.
No, yeah, it's a trapdoor. You're okay. I mean, I'd say you're okay, except right at your feet, or rather, you're at the feet, looking up at what appears to be a very angry priestess, Celestia,
Huh?
and whoopsie, she's looking down at you with these fierce, glowing eyes that I cannot draw without colors very well. She has a tiara with her emblem of the sun on it. Please imagine it there. I'll just put it in right there. And she has burning red eyes at you. And she's just scowling down, staring at you, ready to kill you with her own, with a look that could kill you if you weren't already dead. And if she had that kind of spell.
I'm going to do the exact same thing.
Okay, I want you to roll for intimidation.
Alright. That's an 18.
All right, so I have good news. Let me actually check for her too then. Okay, she rolled an 11, so she is temporarily disarmed by your stare, and you can get an opportunity attack, or do whatever you want. For she
I would
regains.
like to completely disarm her.
Okay. However, as you try to disarm her, she glows with yellow radiance, and it sends you. It's blah 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 blah. It throws you back and incapacitates you for half a second. I guess incapacitate's not the right word, but it disorients you enough that you don't disarm her.
Damn.
And she says, "You have a lot of nerve." No.
Ow, my ears.
take D4 psionic damage. No.
Okay.
But yes, she informs you have a lot of nerve coming here to her cemetery and her responsibility with that evil twilight energy.
I'm sorry, you were the ones who took it over in the first place. Don't you speak of this as evil?
She says she'll speak of evil as much as she likes because she knows she's in the right, and she knows that it's her mission to turn everything that once was evil into goodness, no matter the cost. Also,
You
she
have an
says something.
interesting way to think. I would like to cast sleep.
Okay. What's that? A wisdom save?
No, I need to roll something.
Oh yes, I think it's hit dice or.
Yes. Now this may go very poorly. Also, I do that on the second level.
Very good.
If that changes anything.
It does not.
Oh wait, it does.
I mean, I think it gives you
It
more.
gives me an extra 2d8. So
Yeah.
now I need to roll 78s. Okay, does she have more than 39 hit die?
Let me check. She does not. She has 33 hit points. However,
All right.
one of her gems, she has two bracelets on. One has an orange stone, much like the one you found, and the other has a socket, presumably where it would go. And
can I do something?
I thought you were gonna cast sleep, or do you want to take that back?
Well, yes, but while this is happening, I want to do something.
Okay, what would you like to do?
I would like to tell the gnome to throw one of her makeshift knives at the gem.
The gnome throws one of her makeshift knives at the gem. However, the cleric catches it, ninja-like reflexes. And she's getting very angry, and her eyes are getting redder and redder. And you notice her skin, it actually was at first pale white, but now it's turning almost pink, like she's getting flustered, like all over pink. And you can see she's starting to develop holes in her flesh. Like,
I can't tell if this is advantageous or not.
I mean, something is happening. And
Yeah.
before you can do anything, I want you to roll a reflex. I suppose a dexterity
Like
save. Yeah.
saving. Beep, 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 beep. That's 17.
So you managed to avoid getting grabbed too well, but just enough that she kind of pushes you, or she grabs you. She grabs you in such a botched way that it kind of just disorients both of you, and you go stumbling out the door onto the ground outside. Ouch!
Well, the...
And she,
Sorry.
yes, I don't know how to draw. And she jumps out after you. She does a cool ninja karate. She does a cool somersault in the air. She's very dexterous. And she lands at your head. And her skin is positively pink now. And she has little holes, not in her face as much now, but in her hands. And she is brandishing. I'm not going to be able to draw that quickly. But she is brandishing two maces. And she has such a fierce look in her eyes. She looks ready to fight rather than to talk. You can try and talk if you like, but I wouldn't recommend it.
No. Actually,
But
I'm. If anything, I'm gonna yell at the gnome to come in and help.
the gnome is frozen with fear, and even the guys who are around, who are ready, the followers who are ready to fight you, have just frozen in time almost. There's something eerie and intense about this, and
Can I do a persuasion check?
you can try. And I'm pleased to inform you that Nightmare Moon sends you a message that this is the head priestess of the area who's been causing all this trouble for you and your cause.
Ah.
And you can feel the righteous indignation, the rage, the sense of dark justice, and the desire to do what's right for your cause washing over you. And you are ready to do anything in the time of reaction. You can do even a full action, just anything you want right now, because you are ready to go, both of you.
Ooh.
It's anime attack time, anime moment time.
So rolling initiative or?
Oh, sorry. You can still roll persuasion if you want. I just wanted to say it before I forget.
Oh, okay. Beep 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 beep. Beep. That's a natural one.
You know what? I'm curious now. What would you say if you had an? What would you say anyway?
If fitting for a natural one.
Either or.
Uh, actually, I can't think of anything. Uh,
Oh, that's good. That's a good natural one.
I tried to yell, but I only cough.
She
I kind of like
throws.
this.
She she says, "You seem to be having quite a cough. Here, have a lozenge." And she throws a little red stone at you. It's up to you if you want to eat it or dodge it or catch it or whatever, smack it or whatever.
I would like to. I don't know. Throw deflect it at her.
Okay, you deflect the stone, and it bounces off of however you deflected it, and it lands against her mace, and she smashes it. Wow, there's red shrapnel everywhere. Yikes! Good thing no one here has to protect their.
Oh,
Yes,
that's one piercing damage.
for her too, and she is even more angry because of it.
uh,
She is ready to swing at you, but you know what? You can have the first turn.
all right, I would like to cast inflict wounds at second level
Okay, let me just take a look here.
with advantage because yes.
Yes, this is the moment. This is where it's all coming down.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
Let me see. Is there? I just want to check. I'm gonna hit a target. So, I'm sorry. I'm trying to check if there's a saving throw against it.
No, it's just a hit.
Oh, okay. Oof. Okay. How much necrotic damage do you do?
No, I mean I need to roll to hit first. Also, my
Oh,
D&D Beyond seems to
make
have frozen.
make a melee spell attack. Oh, I see. I'm sorry. I'm very rusty with spells. It's not.
Okay, my D&D Beyond froze. I need to reroll it. Give me a
Oh
second.
shoot. Okay. Yes. Take your time.
And now there are 2 frozen dice on my screen.
Uh oh.
Let me try rolling again and see if that fixes it. Okay, it seems to have fixed it, and I rolled a 19.
Nice. She goes, oof. Wait, does that also include the extra d6 for your black gem?
No.
Would you like to? Because it is necrotic damage.
Wait, no, that's for hit. I didn't roll damage.
Oh, oopsie, my mistake. Yes, the 19 hits her.
Alright, that's 4d10 plus 1d6. That's 25 plus 20. It's 26 damage.
Oof. She just kind of shrinks almost from the damage, from the pain, from that. She says in a
Okay,
splash
that
fight,
probably sounded weird.
just suck the life out of her. And she says, I'm not done with you. And she holds out she holds out her bracelet, and it glows orange, and she lifts a mace ready to smash you on the head. And I want to check. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Does a 14 does not wait? Sorry, not 14. An 18 does not get through your armor class, does?
Nope.
Oof. Do you want to describe how you'll deflect or dodge or block that or anything for cool points?
Uh, I'm so uncreative with this.
Do you want me to like get you started?
Yes, please.
She can throw mace. She tries to throw a mace at your head, but your warhammer is already conveniently placed that it just kind of goes clang right off the like head to head.
And the sound it makes is so terrible. We take 1 damage. No.
Yes, good. And she's just so disoriented, and she just kind of jumps back and screams at you and said that the night creatures should not be this way. The old ways need to die. The old ways are only. Oh, no, sorry, I read that. She says that these creatures of the night, they need to perish. There's only one room for one thing, and that's for the sun. And everything will worship the sun at some point, no matter what. She's very mad.
And I'm going to call it delusional because she's delusional.
So here's a fun fact. Do you want? If you take a closer look at her, she actually. I'm trying to say this. I didn't draw because I'm stupid. I mean, I'm overwhelmed. Not overwhelmed. You know, it's like there's a lot going on here. Like she's bright pink. She's got holes in her limbs. Um, how's your? You have? Are you proficient in history or about history or nature? I forget.
I'm proficient in neither.
Okay, I want you to roll an intelligence check, and this is going to be cool if it works.
Okay. And because I only got an 8, I would like to use my racial trait of knowledge from past life to add 1d6 to it.
Please do.
And that's an 11 in total.
Hey, good enough. It begins to dawn on you she's a changeling. Or some.
Okay, that's convenient.
She starts to scream and ramble things. Do you want to humor her and hear them for the deep lore, or not so much? Or just get on with it.
I would, because I want to taunt her with it.
Yeah, do it. And she says that she has no room for the undead or the night worshippers, and the sun, the queen of the sun, the princess of the sun, is going to take over everything. And she says, "Oof." Wait, who redeemed the fall? Was that you, Janland?
There's also a talk like a YouTube poop redeem.
Oh shoot, I did not even notice. Thank you, and welcome, Crayfish. Hey, sup, Crayfish. I'm doing okay today. I'm kind of out of it still, but I'll be okay. Thank you. And how do you do? Ooh, Ray. Now, do we do the lore or backstory as a YouTube poop, or
I mean, I'm not the one that redeemed it, so it's not really my choice.
That's true. I'm doing okay today, yay. And how do you do, ooh, Cray? Fis, sus.
Unless her vocal cords got so damaged that she can't talk properly anymore.
It's possible. I mean, if she's all just degrading. Also, the Phoenix falls again from the sky onto her face and disorients her for a bit and says, and says, Mommy. I mean, what's the thing for things? It actually gets impaled on her horn. Oopsie. And it goes, ah! Ouch.
Well, all right.
And she tries to shake it off, and it doesn't work. But at least she gets the gem back from the. Wait, no, you have the gem. My mistake. And she actually says. She says to the corpse, because she's so livid, she doesn't even realize that the thing is already dead, that, where's my stone? You were supposed to bring back the stone. You came back here. Where's the stone? And the thing just goes, eh. And then it
I'm
dawns.
just gonna take it out of the inventory and just say, "This thing, you mean?" Oh, I don't know where I got that from.
He looks at you with even bigger eyes. They're so big, they're literally popping out of her head. And she screams at you to give it back, and that night creatures have no right to claim something like that. And it belongs to her, and she needs it now. It's her money. I mean, it's her stone. And you can keep taunting her if you like. She'll get to her silly backstory at some point.
No, actually, I would like to do it now because I do plan on going and making her go unconscious.
Yeah, that sounds good. She explains that she was born a changeling and worshipped the old queen, but her regime fell because she became weak, and the new king of the changelings took power, but he ruled with compassion, peace, and prosperity. But she didn't like it. She thought it was weak and pointless and ineffective, and no place for bold creatures that change shape and stab people in the back. And that she only found solace in worshiping the princess of the sun with the power and might of 1,000 suns. But she also didn't like how things were nice and peaceful now. So she was trying to bring back the old ways of sun lovers, or people are dead. If that way, sun lovers, people are dead. She's pretty much a zealot and says everyone has to worship Celestia no matter what they are, what they come from, or else otherwise they may as well be dead. And she's
You do know there are people that rely on there not being a sun out, right? Like kobolds, for example.
She goes, ba ba ba. Kobolds need to get good at learn how to use the sun. If they can't learn how to worship the sun, then they don't deserve to be alive. I should know. I'm a changeling. Look at me. My skin is full of holes, and I'm a funny color. But I should not be worship. The sun should not have a place. The sun did not have a place for me at first, but I changed. I grew. I evolved, and this is the way that it should be for everyone. Everyone should change and evolve to be worshippers of the sun, to be worshippers of the princess, or else they're no better than cattle. They're no better than corpses.
I mean, if you weren't pink right now, I'd call you a sponge, but
You know what? Sure, she can start to be sunburned. Why not? She's starting. She's a little red spot. And welcome, real Nico. It's good to see your name again. And how have you been in recent weeks? I keep turning to the monitor with the chat, but I have the microphone on the other side now, so I'm sorry if the audio quality dips. But yeah, she's starting. She's very pink. Like, it now dawns on you. She's not just pink, like, pastel pink, but sunburn pink. Like, she's looking kind of crusty.
I would like to cast Moonbeam.
That's a good idea. Wait, does that work during the day?
I think so.
Yeah,
A silvery
right.
beam, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Also, I have a spell focus, so I don't need material components.
Good enough. And I'm sorry to say, Nico, I am going to put a hold on that dehydration because I think we're almost done. Dehydration. Stretch and hydration. I'm sorry.
Also, I will note I don't actually want to kill her immediately, but I just want to disable her completely.
Well, I am pleased to let you know that you knock one of the maces out of her. Let's actually roll for this. You knock one of the maces out of her hands, so she can't dual wield no more. That's a shame.
Does she need to roll a Constitution save?
We do. Thank you for reminding me. She rolled a natural 20.
Oh,
I mean,
oops.
at least she can't do cool dual wielding now, so that might be an advantage to you if she ever gets close enough again.
Well, the
Um,
beam stays there, so if she's not moving, then she'll need to do it again.
oh yeah. Shoot, thank you for reminding me. Actually, this is embarrassing. I've never actually seen Moonbeam in play, so I actually forgot. I didn't really know how it works. So thank you for revealing that. Oh, I see. Okay, now I get it. Yeah. So she gonna do a backflip. Yeet.
Actually, doesn't that technically mean I get an opportunity attack? Because she moved out of my
Oh,
melee range?
that is a good point. Thank you for reminding me. I forgot to say she disengages. Yes, get your opportunity attack in.
Ah.
I,
But if
I
she disengages, then there's no opportunity attack.
that is true, but I didn't say it before you did. So, you know, on one hand, I appreciate it being fair, but on the other, I'm curious how this is going to work if you get an opportunity attack and as she's doing a backflip and doesn't kick you in the face on the way
Alright,
out.
that means I can get a free 1d10 damage from my
Oh,
Warhammer.
oh,
Or
and it,
is it 1d8? I don't know why there are two numbers here.
I
I
thought it was
think
1d8.
I don't know what the rule for the 1d10 is, so I'm just gonna roll 1d8.
That might be for verse. That might be if you're doing it two-handed. Just guessing.
Well, I have a shield on, so I can't do that.
Oh, okay. So as you do the 1d8 and you smash one of her feet in, or just smack her foot off, it just snaps off like you would think
Also,
she's the
that's 3
one.
damage.
What? Oh, that's a lot of injury for 3 damage. But then again, she is almost dead anyway. So
But
so
I
she
don't
did.
want to kill her. I just want to make her go unconscious so I can make an example.
Well, she had the bright idea. Yeah, but she had the bright idea to, do a sick backflip away. And, she hit your. It's not like you hit her that hard, but she happened to hit your hammer with such force, such speed that it snapped off, if that makes sense. Does that make sense
Ah,
or not so much?
it does.
Okay. Yeet! And she backflips and kicks off a tree that happened to be there. Whoosh! And she jumps off the tree and tries to body slam you. Whoosh!
Ah,
Uh,
is that a deck save?
Yeah, you could either do a dex save, you could do a con save to try and catch her, you could. Or, yeah, I would say either a dex save or a con save. It depends on if you want to evade her or catch her.
Well, catching sounds more interesting, so I'll take a con save.
All right, let's see here. Can you get a 16 or higher?
No, I got a 13.
Oh, shoot. So I'm afraid to inform you, she just decks you, and you both go prone.
Ouch.
But I guess you're grappled now, so you could you could probably knock her unconscious if you boop her nose.
Well, I probably want to do that.
Okay. Sleight of hand.
Well, not booping, but
Oh,
punching, more like.
yeah, that sounds good. Okay, do you want to punch her? Do you want where? How do you want to punch her? It's a weird question.
Well, preferably where it's the most visible.
No, it's not.
Yeah, probably.
All right, she goes, "Ah, my nose," and she also punches you in the cheek. Oof.
Ouch. Well, we're just gonna do this till we're knocked out.
I, I mean, I'm okay with that if you are. And
Actually, no. I'm just gonna cast Inflict Wounds, considering
yeah,
it's a touch spell, and
that is a very
it's
good
yeah.
point. And so you kind of just go, ouch! You give her a tummy ache, and she passes out on you from the pain.
All right. I'm gonna unwhirl myself and pick her up from the ground and show her to the guards or the other people.
I just realized there's a lot of risque drawings in this case scenario. I'm scared. Um, and so the guards, who were previously confused at where you went, they look at you, go, "Oh, guys, she's got the priestess. She took out the boss.
See, this is what happens when you believe in the wrong side. I suggest you not escalate this any further because, well, we got this one here. I don't know how many more you want to have.
The guards
As I,
say,
as I just kind of present her.
"Yeah, you can just kind of hold her up or throw her on the ground. I don't know. I don't care. They get the idea that I probably should have asked what Svetlina looks like for drawing this. Oh well, this will do, right?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know why it looked like a troll.
The I don't know. I guess troll's my default, and they just look like. I mean, that makes a lot of sense, but she was doing a good job for us, and we really, some of us really do believe in making the world a brighter, literally a brighter place.
No, just because you believe that the mistress is a bad individual doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be true. I mean, we ran this place earlier, and the town generally this place doesn't look bad, does it?
I mean, no, I guess that's a good point. Things are pretty peaceful when we got here, so that's a good sign.
So who knows? Maybe you have to lighten up your how do you
I mean, I think you're doing fine. I like the wordplay, the lighten part.
maybe you need to light up your spirits a bit and think perhaps what you've been told is not entirely correct. I mean, as I said, things here have been going well. If we were these devilish evil beings, then well, why do we have a town down there that's going on nice and well?
Dang, you have really exploded their minds, and I don't mean literally. Well, not this time. They are very impressed by your logic and persuasion. Like, no, that's a good point. Maybe we do need to learn how to be more polite and civil. Maybe it's okay to let some people just vibe. They might be technically evil or night lovers, but they're not actually harmful or mean. I think maybe there's still some doubt, but at least you've convinced them. So hey, good job.
So maybe we can get our temple back, and we don't need to have this thing. What we are doing here continue.
They do say, what's the word? One of them says, "Well, I mean, I don't know if our princess would like that, but I guess we could give it a try. It's not like we have a priestess we can channel for a divine message anymore. So what are we gonna do? Just go off our gut? No, that's a dangerous idea. We gotta wait for a divine message or inspiration. So yeah, I
Can,
guess
can I do a religion check to attempt to contact Celestia?
yes,
Well, if this actually works, it's gonna be weird.
yes.
And that's a 15.
Do you want to? You know what? I'm curious. Do you want to roll with advantage?
Yeah, sure. Actually, I can roll with advantage and add another d6 from my racial trait. So,
Oh, that sounds pretty rad. I think this is what Celestia.
um, okay. I think I'll take the 15 plus 1d6.
So the good news is you are able. Oh,
That's
sorry.
20.
All right.
Compensated 20.
So the good news is you are able to get in contact with Celestia. Um, but the bad news is she seems kind of wary of you, polite but wary. And she says, "Who are you? Excuse me. Who are you to contact me, child of the nightmare?"
Well, I am Svetlina, and we've had some complaints concerning one of your followers at a temple in our town. Well, you probably saw what happened, so
I have
you know.
seen piece. I have seen pieces. I do not fully agree with her ways, but I understand what she was after, and she found solace. I cannot control all my subjects. They are fit to do as they see fit, and if I see it fit, I will grant them my favor, as I have done today.
So you are what you're telling me is that you don't condemn basically extremism and people being unjustly aggressive towards other races because of how they are.
If I were to do that, they would not be able to make their own choices and their own growth, and then I would be the tyrant. She's talking. I don't know if that. She's like it doesn't make sense, but this is what she's saying.
Well, maybe sometimes you have to put your well, I would say foot, but sometimes you just have to put your hoof down and say, well, maybe this is not a good idea. I mean, there is a reason why the mistress sometimes is keeping in lines and saying, hey, stop, you shouldn't do that.
I have known Nightmare
Well,
Moon person. Oh, sorry.
I just want to say she doesn't have this voice, but
It's kind of disorienting, isn't it?
it's kind of weird. But I kind of like it too.
I'm a voice actor. I don't know why they have those things. I feel like I can stop. I feel like I can just talk like me, or do a different voice.
It's your choice, Beck. You don't have to voice act if you don't want to.
I mean, I'm enjoying this actually. It's an interesting exercise.
Right?
Um, Nightmare Moon, I'm sure you know, has always encouraged violence and domination, even if it's through non-physical means.
Perhaps, but you have to agree the fact that it does give a resemblance of order, doesn't it?
I do, and that is why I can respect it. I can respect her application, but not her motives.
Well, that's fair enough, but you're contradicting your own point here. I mean, if you accept that, then why do you accept your followers being, a bit uncouth in this regard?
Okay, the next thing I'm going to say is in jest. It's not actually what she says. I don't like your attitude. I'm banishing you to the moon.
Ah,
I saw a bit of season one.
right, I see.
um, let us see here. I don't know what she actually says. She says, "Perhaps you are the one who is hypocritical, for it sounds inconsistent to me. I do not always approve of I do not always approve of my followers being violent or intolerant, but I know their hearts are in the right place, and it is up to them to make the right choices, and I will support them as I see fit." And I did see fit today.
Well, the only thing you are doing like this is that you are confirming to me that, well, you're being loose on your own subjects, and well, your values are kind of all over the place. But if you seek to have this continue, then well, it is your choice. I'll
I
just
see.
have you know that things are, well, at least today, not really looking in your favor. But you know,
You can't see it, but you can sense she's getting a little angry or livid. These might be your words, and I thank you for the warnings, servant of the nightmare. I'm sure we'll be in contact again soon. Good day.
yes,
Do you want to say any quick trash talk or one-liners before she hangs up on you?
I'm 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 gonna figuratively throw a candle at her, and then I'm gonna go bye bye.
Click. Hey, good job. The followers, they ask what Celestia said, because they could not hear all this. They only saw you, like, gesturing and... What's the word for when you're pretending to, like, lip... what's the word? Mouthing the words, but not actually saying them.
Right.
That's what they saw you do.
All right. I'm gonna need to roll a deception check really quick,
Fortunately,
and that's a 12.
they're pretty trusting. Like, it would have only taken an 8 at this point. I guess they're not very devout or stubborn.
They're not that cynical.
Yeah, they're not cynical. So they're curious what you will say.
Well, I am pleased to inform you that well, deity, let's say it like this, has decided that it is okay to give over the temple because or the enshrining because it's not originally yours. The town has been going well. There's not really much of a reason for you to occupy it. If it's necessary, you can build another town.
The followers of Celestia see your point, and they're actually quite glad, because even though a lot of them are trained as fighters and bodyguards, they don't really like, having to make them as if they don't. They know what it's like to just want to vibe and do your own thing. And so they thank you for, not beating the fart out of them, like they've heard the stories of followers of the Nightmare Moon would do. And, they give you some snacks. They say thanks, I guess, and they futz on their way down the road. I guess they'll go find some other place to build, or make camp. What?
Nobody's saying that wherever they build their thing, it has to stay up and it won't get burned to the ground. But
Oh, this was an evil day indeed.
yeah,
And as they pass by, they see they see your wagon driver who's been dozing off, and he wakes up, and he still has the gun with, and he says, "Hello, how'd it go? I see you're back. How'd it go in there?"
things have been accomplished as they should be accomplished.
Okay, that's it, people. The stream's over. Bye, and hello. Of course, you're here at the nick of time. Sorry.
Hello.
Of course, you're just in time for the big finish, and I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Well, things have been going well. If you could drive me to, actually, is there like a priestly site or a minor church in the city?
Wagon driver confirms there is a small temple in the city and offers to bring you back there free of charge. He should probably report back too.
Well, go bring me there, and I'll have to bring them back up here, but I can figure this out later.
Okay. I did want to ask, what do you think you? Oh yeah, I forgot they took the body of the priestess. And so.
But I wanted to. Never mind.
Sorry, what did you? Oh, okay. I mean, now I'm morbidly curious. What would you have done?
Well, how does heavy intimidation sound?
Uh,
Well, not in front of them, but I'm sure this temple has some another lower end facility where it could be done.
What are you talking about? The cemetery or the temple you're going to?
The cemetery.
Oh, let's see. There's the little crypt. It turns out the building that you fought in at first was actually an administrator's or office building. It has some records. It has some documents. It has some money in the desk. Money in a desk.
Well, I don't want to take that. It doesn't belong. It's belonging to the religious family. So
That's a good point. And goodbye.
I'm not so that selfish.
That's really fun. Goodbye, soldier. You have a good day. I don't know. It's um. Okay, so do you want to inspect the room anymore, or what do you want to do?
Well, let's just say I'm chaining her or strapping her up somewhere in the lower sections, and then I'm going to the temple.
Oh, Janland, I'm sorry to interrupt. I get a little of this. Apparently, Soju is streaming us right now, or is running out of content, and is streaming other streamers. I guess that includes us. Hello, people. Yeah, snarf him, Janland. Snarf him. Give him the good old doggy sniffle. Or the pony sniffle.
But it's a pony sniffle, yeah.
Oh, yeah, thank you for reminding me. Let me grab the pony. So for not Janland's, for Soju's viewers, we are wrapping up a D&D one-shot. Evil stuff happened. Zealots were there. and I'll do the breathing exercises in a bit because we are getting ready to wrap up. Yeah. So deep underground. Ba ba da ba ba. Chains. Angie changeling. Blech. And anyone who and so the changeling was not buried deep underground, or stuck underground, and she never escaped. But her voice can be heard echoing under the catacombs. In fact, many families who worship Nightmare Moon and live in the local area still come by to the cemetery to pay their respects to their loved ones every day. But can you hear me again, Jan, or not yet? Okay, Jan is still not back. I'll say it again when he gets back. Actually, I'll give a rundown. A cemetery that belonged to followers of Nightmare Moon and evil deity was desecrated and converted by followers of Princess Celestia. Yes, this is a My Little Pony themed homebrew. He who one shot. And Janland's character, Svetlina the priest, went over to reclaim it and reconsecrate it. Turned out the followers were actually pretty chill people, but the head priestess, who was in charge of the operation, was a violent zealot and actually a changeling who had converted herself to worship Celestia and the domain of light. And after, yes, welcome back. Is it stable now? I guess not.
Also, I will note that in about 5 minutes I will have to go eat. So
Okay, I'll wrap this up. And so they had the big fight and a backflip, and Janland's character knocked out the priestess and had an ineffective phone call with their patron deity, or matron deity even, but fibbed that it's okay to vibe. Just because they worship an evil deity on paper doesn't mean they're bad people, and they can just vibe and be okay and peaceful. He who. And so they futzed off.
it's either that or it was just a deception.
And so they futzed off to their own place, futzed off to a new place, which may or may not be attacked by followers of Nightmare Moon later. Wink. And the priestess's body, the unconscious priestess, was chained up and dumped underground in the catacombs. And to this day, families who worship Nightmare Moon who visit the cemetery, they can hear the screams, the wails, and the curses from deep underground, but they don't know where they come from. They don't know what's making them. To this day.
And that will be a plot for a future adventure.
Yay! Thank you, Janland, for suggesting and going along with this wild ride. This was a lot of fun.
Was it?
I thought so. I'm glad I woke up in time for this.
Slash me does advertising for future one shots.
Why not? Who doesn't like episodic adventures? And I do think all our
I mean, if all the adventures end up like this, it would just be a lot of material for future things happening in the actual campaign.
This is true. I think that's a good thing if we have a lot to work. If we just keep making more and more to work with.
Yeah.
And of course, having a good time along the way. And I do want to thank all our viewers for showing up so bright and early, and I hope you have had a good time too. Janland, what do you say
Yes.
that? Oh, sorry. What do you say we raid the art collab of our fellow D&D player, Mighty Moon Cheese?
Yeah.
So people, if you because the thing is, we usually do D&D every other Sunday at this time, and one of our players is doing an art collab, and I want to see what she's doing with her friend Lizzie. And let me just set that up. And I do hope that everyone can have a good day. And I'll see you around.
Buying.